Scoop TV.
Hello world, welcome to Scoop TV. I'm Evelyn Barry from North Melbourne Primary School. We're here all week broadcasting from the Australian Centre for the Moving Image at Federation Square. Here are today's top stories. Pop star Madonna adopts an African child. The father, David Bender, did not know that his son was getting adopted. Madonna went on Oprah to defend her actions. The drought worsens in Victoria and 15 councils are now poverty-stricken and at the risk of financial collapse. John Howard visited some of the affected farms. After 5 years of drought, this is a marginal vote issue. Organisers of the 2008 Beijing Olympics are vigorously cleaning up the city and lowering smog levels. They have money to burn, with $16 billion used to make sure pollution does not spoil the games. Muslim leader Sheikh al-Halali has suggested women are immodestly dressed. He says women should wear the hijab. The Muslim community has called for him to step down. Thorpe will again focus on his 100-metre and 200-metre freestyle in his comeback for the Melbourne World Championships in March. It remains unclear whether he will make a return to his pet event, 400 metres, for the 2008 Olympics. Today is Bandana Day, which raises funds for Canteen. The money helps kids with cancer. School life has certainly changed. Here's a report from Thornbury.
Over the years, Thornbury Primary School has had many students come to its doors. We talked to a few.
God save the King. We used to have to line up and sing that every morning.
Do you know anything about the school being a hospital?
Just after the First World War, 1919, 1918, there was a bad flu epidemic all through Melbourne. The school was emptied and this place became a staging place for the very sick people.
What are the differences between now and then?
Wow. There are a lot of differences from the times that I went to school. For instance, we didn't have calculators. We didn't have computers. We used to sit at desks in rows. We only used a pencil and later on a fountain pen, and no such thing as biros.
Even doing science was much more difficult back 10 years ago, say, when there wasn't the internet or there wasn't email, because now it's instantaneous. Information is instantaneous. We can write to people across the world and we can get information from them. Whereas, say, 10 years ago, we had to wait for their paper to be published, and then we had to ask the library to get us a copy of that paper, and then we had to go physically get the paper from the library.
We'd have the milk delivered every morning over to the back gate, and you'd have milkmongers who come pick up the milk, and you're expected to drink a little bottle of milk every day. Today there's only 20, 22 in a class. Back then there would have been mid-30s to high 30s.
We had some Syrian students at the school. Most of us were Anglo-Saxons.
I think we had a few Irish kids amongst us. And I remember about grade 4, we got a girl from Nauru. We didn't even know where Nauru was, but she fitted in quite well.
This is Thornbury Primary, signing off from Scoop TV.
We take a look at two Victorian wineries with a radical approach to viticulture. Mitchelton Winery is situated on the Goulburn River.
How important is the Goulburn River to your winery?
The Goulburn River is the absolute lifeblood of this winery. We rely on it in the vineyard for irrigating our vines. We rely on it in the winery through processing our grapes, and we rely on it in the bottling line for rinsing bottles. Also, we've started a revegetation program along the river, and we're incorporating native and indigenous tree species like river red gums and grey box, banksias and wattles, and that helps minimise erosion. A lot of people come and enjoy the tranquility of the Goulburn River on the banks here, and they might have a picnic or enjoy lunch by the river in the restaurant. So really, the Goulburn River is an essential part of our winery and our business.
Tabilk Winery is found on the Goulburn River and is surrounded by wetlands full of wildlife. Visitors come for the natural beauty as well as the food and wine.
Deb, what attracts you to this winery?
Well, the winery has a lovely wetlands area that is beautiful to have lunch at. You can have a wine tasting in the historic old building at Tabilk that's been there since the 1850s. And it's just a lovely place to relax and enjoy the weekend.
Jeff, what can you tell us about the Tabilk Winery?
Well, Tabilk Winery was first established in 1860. It was a farm or pastoral property before then, but it started its life as a winery in 1860. A group of Melbourne businessmen started Tabilk back then. In 1925, the Purbrick family purchased Tabilk, and it's been in their hands ever since, and they were responsible for turning the fortunes of Tabilk around, and I've got no doubt that it will remain in family hands for as long as you or I need to worry about it, I would think, and beyond that.
This is Avenel Primary School for Scoop TV. Cheers!